What does it mean to exist, to be? In the future, we create our dreams. I want to be this, someday I want this, someday I want to accomplish this. And with all the hope and the desire and the want and the fervor, we look towards the future. You wait for tomorrow, because that's where the high hopes are. That's where your dreams are. That's where your imagination is. That is what you exist for. Someday, my dreams will be fulfilled. And yet the dreams are turning into nightmares. Do you really want them fulfilled? No. A simple and a beautiful reality resides in the heart of every human being. And it only can be experienced when you are where it is. Where it is. And where is it? Where do you exist? You exist in this moment called now. In this simple moment, void of expectations, void of all those things we call good and bad, void of any drama or trauma, exists a simple breath. And with that breath, you exist. People know there's this life. You have the opportunity, you have the moment. Whether you take advantage of it or not, it'll go on. But somehow, the entire formula doesn't click. Somehow, if you knew those things, which you do know, they should have a far more significant impact in what you do during a day, during a life, than they actually do. Not too long ago, I was asking somebody, how are you? How are things going for you? And the answer was, well, I get my ups and downs and this and that and this problem and that problem. And it hit me. Is that it? Dealing with the problems, dealing with the pain, dealing with the suffering. Is that it? Because when I look at it, look at the simplicity of life. Look at the joy of existence. Look at this life. So tenderly it unfolds every day. No, don't look at it in the context of birth and death alone. Some people do just that. You're born and then you die. But you have to, in fact, factor in every single day. You have to factor in every single hour. You have to factor in every single minute, every single second of this existence. Because everything that is passing by is not coming back. Is not coming back. And we have to look at this life as it is. As it is. In its context. In its arena. We have to listen to its meaning. But what do? Rather than listening to every day, rather than finding the answers in every moment, we have to run out and give life an interpretation. And the amazing thing is, if we don't do it, somebody else will do it for us. And the pathetic part of it is, we'll listen to that interpretation. This is what this means. If things are not going your way, and what is the definition of your way? To conjure up a dream, this is how I would want things to be. And then to persuade every circumstance and every environment in one's life to somehow make it possible. It is good to have a dream. It is. But first, it has to be the right dream. It has to be a good dream. It has to be the dream that is really meant for you. Since you're going to have a dream, it may as well be custom. It shouldn't be borrowed. It isn't a question of having an image. It isn't a question of whatever everybody else has told us we should be, that's what we figure we should be. What does it mean to be good? What is our definition of good? It certainly does not include being conscious. That's not our definition of being good. If you were to say to somebody, do you think being good is being conscious? They would go, no, being good is if you, and then da-da-da-da-da-da, there's a long list of items that pours down. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. Of course, nobody has the items of what you do, but don't do this. And that's been incorporated into us, into our ideas. Nobody is willing to take a look at, here we are. Consciousness, to be conscious, to be aware of existence. We are aware of all the things that happen because we are alive, but we are not aware of our existence. People have diaries to write down all the things they are going to do. They have calendars, all the things they're going to do. Did you ever write down? Breathe. Exist. Live. Appreciate. Enjoy. These are the things you do well. Why don't we then accept the simple gift of being aware, of feeling every day, and a magic that unfolds for us? Because that is embraceable. It's not an idea. It cannot be debated. It cannot be shared. It can only be embraced by a human being. To embrace. To embrace being conscious. To embrace the joy that exists within you. Now, people don't look at it that way. They think the joy lives somewhere else. And it has to be forced from wherever it lives into us. They think love is in something else. They think awareness lives somewhere else. They think realization lives somewhere else. They think goodness lives somewhere else. This is not true. This is not true. It lives within us. The love that people want. The simple love. The uncomplicated love. To be loved. To be loved. In a simple way. There's nothing, I'm not talking about candlelight dinners. That love is very relative. If all the 4 candles fell on the tablecloth, and the tablecloth caught fire, and the woman's silk dress caught fire, and the man's silk clothes got fire, it would be a terrible evening. So the way I look at that, the candlelight dinner bit, so far the candles stay in the candle holders. Everything is fine. I can take care of that. That's not a problem. That's not a big deal. But a love which is real. A love in which it doesn't take a setting. The love in which you don't have to do a little peacock dance to prove to the other person that you love them. In marriage, in love, you have to constantly prove it. You have to constantly sit there and go, yes, I love you. Yes, I love you. Yes, I love you. You miss one beat, and you could be in for it. And then there are all the other factors. All the other factors that come into it. And it's a very complex game. And yet, what about the real love? The love that dwells in each human's heart and is not made for someone else, but made for you. A bit of reserve placed inside each human being. Dig into that. That's where it resides. Not somewhere else, not up on some mountain, in somebody's idea, in somebody's concept. Not in somebody's book, but in somewhere where you don't have to constantly try to prove. But the mere act of taking each breath is proof enough. That's simplicity. To take that breath in appreciation, and every heartbeat with appreciation. Do not look at it as something that happens, but to look at it as the most magnificent miracle of this life. One breath at a time, sweetly and simply. From where? I don't know. And yet it comes. And when it is no longer, neither am I. Gone. All the degrees, all the wealth, all the accomplishments will not buy you another breath. Nothing will buy you another one. And yet it comes. Unannounced, day and night it has been coming for you. That's a gift. And it's a fabulous, fabulous miracle. That's a miracle. This life comes so sweetly, so gently, one breath at a time, one day at a time, locked in this point by nature, which will not let you stray from the moment called now. You can think of the past, but you can't go there, not physically. You can think of the future, but the way nature has it, you are not allowed to actually be there. You are only locked in this moment called now. And it is this moment called now that we have the least amount of understanding of. People talk about issues. People talk about issues. And what are the issues? Should this happen? Shouldn't this happen? What about the issue of what is happening? Believe me, for those who have gotten really interested in that issue alone, just the issue of the celebration of existence, they're the ones who understand. They are the ones who are enjoying. They're the ones who are not caught in the paradox. Because every issue will have another issue, and that will have another issue. And there will be more paradoxes, and more paradoxes, and more paradoxes. And every door you open, there will be 9 million other doors to open for that one door. People are trying to simplify things, and everything is becoming more complex, and more complex, and more complex, and more complex. And what have you understood? Haven't the paradoxes rolled on and rolled on and rolled on and rolled on? Do they ever end? They never end. More issues and more issues and more issues. They pour on. And the silent heart knocks patiently within everyone. It isn't in the words. It is in the feeling that you will find the comfort of this life. It has to be felt. Just because human beings have a highly developed brain and they can think a lot and they're good at it, means that it has substituted some fundamental things? No, of course not. Power of thought cannot substitute certain things. If you are thirsty, you have to ultimately drink water. Whether you have to think at first of where you think water is, or you don't have to because you happen to be sitting right next to a huge river coming your way. But ultimately, there has to be a transition between thought and reality. I.e., you have to pick up that glass of water whether you like to think or not. And pour that good H2O in your body and quench your thirst. Sitting there, continuing to think, I think I am drinking water now, will not help your thirst. Hunger is the same way. Maybe you have to think what you want to eat and how you're going to cook it and how you're going to build a fire. But ultimately, there has to be a point of transition. And in that transition, food has to enter your body. You cannot sit there and say, well, I think I'm eating. That'll last you a day. Tops 2, tops 3, tops a week. After that, your power of thought will fade away. You can sit there and you can talk about this being that people have created called God, or feel the one that lives in each human heart. Period. Either you can think about the heaven or feel the heaven that is within you. You have to feel. And if there is a feeling called joy, then now is the time to feel it. Rejoice with this day. Rejoice with the day. You see, everything I'm saying will eventually make sense to you. Eventually. Maybe your last day, it'll hit you like a ton of bricks. Geez, he was right. I should have celebrated. But the point would be, it would be better if you could do that while you're alive. It's not your last day and you're doing it. That'd be great. So, where is the priority? And you're trying to wiggle out and get out. Well, if I could only do this, and if I talked to this guy a while. And he was like, well, I just need to do this, and I need to do this, and I need to do this, and then I'll be in a position to do this. Theoretically sounds good. Where is the self? Self isn't caught in the past. Self isn't caught in the future. The self is caught in now. Most people, they're waiting. They're waiting, and they're waiting, and they're waiting for some day to come when this will all become possible. Don't wait. Don't wait. Now. That awareness has to be now. That understanding has to be now. Priorities have to shift now. You are the one who has to understand what is real. You are the one who has to understand what is important. And we have created many gods. These gods, they don't have to be deities. These gods can be our idea of what is important in our lives. And we worship them. We pay homage to them. Every day we go by them. We say, yes, I think you're important. When there can only be one important thing. And it is you who has to decide what is truly important in your life. People in this world looking for that tiny little evidence, somehow a crack of evidence that my dreams, my hopes will be fulfilled. Nobody tries to say, maybe my solutions lie within me. Maybe my answers lie within me. Maybe I don't even know what the questions are, but the answers are within me. And I must take a look within. For all my life, I have looked out with these eyes, and I have seen the colors, and I have been attracted by the scenes and the sceneries. But when was the last time that I could take the power to see and turn it within me? When? Nobody even thinks that. To look within, to search within. As I reach out into this world to feel my heart, as my mind has its request, my heart has its request. This is what I do. Go to places and give people this simple message. Simple message to enjoy this life. And that's it. That's it. Enjoy this gift that you have been given. And does this message sound new to you? It's the oldest message there is. For so many, not one, not two, and not three, so many have come and said, each in his time, that which you are looking for is inside of you. Open your heart and turn within. It's an old message. Sounds new. And that's what's fabulous about it. Because the people greet it with this novelty. And its novelty is the heart. When the heart is new, it hears and it delights and it dances. Those who can understand what it means to accept this life, to accept this gift with this heart, know how wonderful and what a gift it all is. In this world, everything has two sides. Everything. I mean, everything has two sides. The darkness and light. They play on everything. What is good can be equally as bad. That is why so many who have come have pointed to the direction inside. Because inside, those rules do not apply. You want the joy? Don't look for the joy from this world, and you haven't got a problem. If you want true happiness, then true happiness is inside of you. In this world, you will have problems. And if you are having problems, wait a little bit. They'll go away. And if you don't have any problems, wait a little bit. They'll come back. You are the source of your problems. You are. You are also the source of your joy. So which one are you manufacturing? Problems or joy? You can create both. Both are available to you. What you choose in your life, it is up to you.